Okay, this is Steve again. I'm going to talk about the twin Bayliner plus boathouse maneuver. Just picked up a 27-foot Bayliner Buccaneer sloop. It's dirty, it's old, it's kind of a guppy, sort of a Charlie Brown Christmas tree type sailboat that nobody wants. Got it for a very small amount of money. I won't mention how much, but it's very affordable. I mean, it's kind of couch cushion money diving. Almost got signed over for free. Just didn't want to pay the moorage anymore, and it's not that easy to put on a trailer. They didn't have a trailer. And there's another Bayliner that I'm looking to add to the project that comes with a boathouse and a yacht club. And it's actually not called a Bayliner. They kind of renamed it, rebranded it, marketed it as a fancier vessel. It's called a Meridian, which kind of has a cool sound to it, and it's a slightly different boat. It's power, not sail, and it's something like 50 foot, and it has everything, and it's $250,000 or something instead of a few hundred. But they're both Bayliners. They're both from the same maker, and in fact, the one that is in our gun sights was here, right here on this floating concrete yesterday, with a whole bunch of people having this big event from the same yacht club where it's based, with this really gorgeous boathouse. And it just made sense to me. It doesn't make sense to very many others to put the two next to each other and kind of have a contest. Let's see if we can make just as much money from the few $100 sailboat versus the $200,000 or $300,000 50-foot everything, all plastic. I call it plastic, but it's all fiberglass. There's not very much wood till you get on the inside, and it's all nice. There's all kinds of features, but from the outside, it's really maintenance-free, and it's designed to, not be old and look cool and chic and different and another century. It's just designed to be maintenance-free, and it's big and it's imposing, and it does all this stuff, and people love them, and there's lots of them, and it's kind of fungible, meaning they all kind of look the same. They're not unique like the old boats are, which we're going after. But this is one where I resisted it because it's not unique, and it doesn't quite have the same history of the old vessels. But it also really doesn't come with a penalty, which is if I try to promote it before we own it, well, then someone might buy it out from under us, and then we can't own it. And if I've taken in money in the middle of that process and haven't gotten the money in for the down payment, then I have to refund the money, or we have to find another boat and change the story and all that. But that's not going to be the case with a Bayliner because there's so many of them, and they're kind of, you can just get another one. It's not so unique that you can't do that. And the boathouse is, and the yacht club that goes with the boathouse is really cool, and not very many people can afford it because it's one of the biggest, and so it will be a really powerful asset, and it won't take very long for the model to earn back that money. Maybe a few weeks even, which doesn't make much sense, but that's the way the model works. It's extremely leveraged, it's global, it's big money, and it's powerful, and it can haul its own weight really, really quickly. And so putting the two next to each other is a really powerful training and parable on how little you really need to do. Come as you are in your broken car with anything. I mean, a tent, a Volkswagen and a tent, or a tent off of a Volkswagen. They put these tents on top of and out from the side of cars in Europe. We don't see much of that here because we have all these RVs that you can pretty much pick up almost for free, 50 bucks, a few $100, or diesel pushers. I see diesel pushers for under 5,000. It's amazing how they give these things away, and they're often well maintained, and they can make copies of themselves really, really quickly because they cost so little. And who cares how much fuel they consume or how much space they take up? If they make money every single weekend, you take them out and put them at a KOA or a campground or a state park or just a rest stop on the freeway. And there's lots of those here in the Northwest. They're just money makers. And if you have the right model and they're fixed up, and especially if you're pulling something that people come over and ask about it, they're a conversation piece. And here comes the money. Just pass out a DVD and keep doing it, and money comes. So the twin Bayliners plus the boathouse is a sort of a demonstrator of how powerful the model is and how easy it is to get started and what you can do even if you have an expensive asset and how it pays for itself and it's ready to go make another copy of itself. And now you have two or three $300,000 vessels or motorhomes instead of just the one.